ain't got the elect. Because we're still here pretty much dealing with the word of the Lord, man. We're here dealing with the word of the Lord, and we're standing firm because we believe in the word of the Lord. Okay? That's the bottom line, baby. None of this shit out here is gonna swear us from doing what's right. Go on, brother.
The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
Right, because he seeth that his days are coming, man. And there's gonna come a time where these devils, they actually gonna see that their days are coming. The day of the end is gonna come. Alright? And these devils, they kind of seen it already because they're the ones that's looking up in the skies. That's why they got astrologers in the sky. So they looking, they know what's going on. But these maggots out here don't understand what's going on. Go on, brother. They have not a clue.
The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation.
Yeah, they trying to slay the upright. That's that battle between good and evil. Jacob and Esau, baby. Because Esau got that wicked spirit and Jacob got that righteous spirit. So there's that continuation of battle going.
Yeah, their sword shall enter into their own hearts.
Right, their sword meaning their destruction. Look at that word sword, brother. Somebody look at that word sword.
Psalms 37, verse 15. It's like you have to wonder, right? What these Catholics, so-called Christians, Protestants, Black Pentecostals, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witnesses, you have to really ask yourself, what kingdom of heaven are they actually waiting for? That's what I'm trying to think.
They have no.
What would that look like?
They don't know.
What would that look like?
Yeah. What is it they envision as this? Because
they have no vision.
That's what kills me about these people. What they're thinking of is a kingdom that's just like this.
Yeah, it's got to be. Because
a kingdom where everyone we're all the same, we're all among one another, the Lord doesn't discriminate. This is basically what they're talking about. That's not the kingdom of heaven.
Because they're the same
Babylon.
That will tell you that you must respect this religion, that religion, that religion. And then you read Luke 19 and 11 and it says, all those who do not want to obey me, for me to reign over them.
Right, bring hither and stay them before.
Thank you.
That's the Lord himself telling that. So when you drop that to a Christian, you ask yourself, then how the hell, why would we want to respect those religions now? Right? And I'm only using that word religion because that's what they call it. To know that when the kingdom comes, none of that can be going on.
Will do. Have a great day.
They just puzzle me. With what is their kingdom? But you're right, it's what you see now, just a little bit better, just a little bit fine-tuned.
A lot of these people, a lot of these Christians, they teach the Bible, but they don't teach it sincerely.
Yes.
They do it because of money.
Yes.
Or communities. It's something that they've always been doing. But they don't actually sit there and think about the common sense of what they are actually teaching.
And I believe it's because they truly do not understand the Bible. They do not understand the Bible in essence. Why you see them teach like that. And that's what I believe. They don't understand it.
Yeah. And what it is too, and like the brother was saying, like what you were saying, but I want to add one thing as well. It's also because of women too.
Yes.
That's why these Christians do what they do.
Yes.
They in the church is really because of women. And you know too, you know what I realized about Christian men, a lot of them very effeminate.
Yes.
Very, very effeminate men. They let their woman smack them upside the head and they rule over them, man.
And they like being around women. They like that comfortability.
Yeah.
They love the that comfortability around women. You know what I'm saying?
When the Bible says sit not in the midst of women,
right?
Wickedness.
From dust coming from moth and women wickedness. Understand? But one verse that I read, can I read it?
Now hold on, brother. He's got some.
Right. This is for the word sword. Their sword shall enter. Yeah. And it says here, cherub. Yeah, karab. You put it like karab. And it says sword, knife, tools for cutting. So let's go to the origin of the form of the word. That's H2717, and it says karab, to be wasted,
right?
To lay waste.
To lay waste. So that's what the word karab means in that verse. It means to lay waste.
To make desolate.
Right, to make desolate. So read that verse again, what you had before.
Be desolate, be in ruins, to be wasted, to make desolate, to be wasted, desolate.
Yeah, so it just means to lay waste. So this whole entire society, Great Britain, is going to be pelted by those missiles. Go on, brother. Read that.
Verse 15, their sword shall enter into their own hearts, and their bows shall be broken.
Right, because see, who's saying that, brother?
David,
right? So David prophesied that in the last days that we're living in, because he only described the missiles as bows because he didn't quite understand what he was seeing, because they didn't have the technology at the time. But we live in a day and age where they do have that technology. So when we read the verse, we can actually see and envision what he was actually envisioning. That the Lord gave him the vision, he can see it. Okay? So what's going to happen is that sword is going to enter into whose heart? The so-called white man, meaning his society, his civilization. Okay, go on.
A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked.
Yep, that's right. Go on.
For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous.
Right, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. And that's the bottom line, man. That's why we've been through hell and back. And we still out here strong. You know, there were times when, brothers had to face imprisonment. And guess what? We back on the street again, man. We doing our thing. And if it happened again, we'll be back on the street again. How do I know? Because we've experienced that. Go on.
This is Psalm 73, Psalm from 1, and it says, truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart.
Right, even as such as a clean heart. They didn't say everybody, said Israel. Go on.
But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
I know this is going.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not troubled. They are not in trouble as other men.
Right, because you got certain guys within the so-called white race that are worth trillionaires, man. They got all kind of money stacked up. They got actually real gold in their vaults. And they got so much money to where their whole entire generation can live good.
Wow.
Okay? The next one can live good, and then the next one. That's how bad they got it. 20 generations can still live good. That's how much money they got.
That's the spirit, because even the Rothschilds, they believe in reincarnation. Right. They want to keep the riches in the family. Right. When they come back again, they know they're going to take it. They know what reincarnation.
That's it, and that's why they're trying to hoard as much wealth as possible.
That's it.
And still resources. Because they trying to hoard up, they trying to pretty much, what is it, as they say, right? Store wealth for the rainy days. Save for the rainy days. So that's what they're doing, but what they don't understand, that same wealth is going to be transferred into another man's hand. And that's going to be the man of Jacob. That's it. That's all good. So what they're doing is they're doing us a favor. They're actually holding all that wealth, all of that money, just so we can wear it upon us. That's the scripture says.
And then they can change their theme song. It won't be England's coming home again, it might be Israel's coming home again.
Right, that's it. That's it.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
The end. Checkmate.
And it's like you got these Muslims, their thing is well, Islam is going to take over the world. No, it ain't going to take over the world, because that's not by the will of the Father. That's not in God's word. Okay, what's going to happen is Islam won't exist when we rule the earth. It's going to be the one understanding and the understanding of the Most High and His Son. And we're going to keep them laws, statutes, commandments, man.
It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Right, neither are they plagued like other men. They're not going through situations like other people. They living good, man. So carry this song, carry this David.
Are you taking pause on the sign, yeah? Are you taking pause on the sign? Yeah, the sign, not us. You can take pause on the sign, but not us. Yeah, the sign. And it says, verse 6, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out.
is a grown ass man. This is grown folk.
You're right, grown ass man.
He's a grown ass man, and this is how they act.
This is why our spirit has got to be so strong. In reality, I'd want to just knock him out clean. But you make him go back his business. But you can see what he was doing, innit? He wanted someone to say something.
We didn't give him no energy.
None at all.
So we just,
You know that. No attention.
A lot of these devils, they immature by nature anyway, so they gonna do that anyway. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's true, man. At the end of the day, man, these young white men, they showing the decline of their own nation. So when they come up here, and they coming around here, all they showing is that the so-called white man, his days are through, man. When you got a bunch of white boys playing and shoot like a bunch of fucking animals, what does that say about the whole entire race? The race is through, it's finished. Okay, you don't see people acting like that, man. Come on, man. Like, hold yourselves together. You can't even do that now. God damn,
You know why they did that? They don't have any respect.
Yeah, of course not. None at all. Zero.
Well, you know what? Like I said,
That's why he did that.
but you know though, if let's just say if that's the case, they don't have respect for themselves, because if you gonna act like a damn animal and we record you, they don't have respect for themselves to do that.
Because what it is if he was among his own people, he wouldn't be doing that.
No.
Because when he sees a group of black, he's thinking, hey, there's niggas, I can do what I
Pride again.
You know, that's why he did that.
Absolutely.
And you know what too, brothers, you gotta understand something as well. That's true too. But a lot of these so-called white, they don't even respect themselves, man. Really.
He wouldn't do that among the middle class Edomites. Because he know that they look at him like he's a down.
That's it.
He did it around here because
Jehovah's Witnesses.
when his niggas did.
Yeah, I understand
You know
that.
what I'm
That's a part of it too. But you gotta understand, they don't respect themselves either. That's why they walk around like a bunch of fucking animals anyway. If they respected themselves, they wouldn't be acting all stupid out here.
We're gonna put some.
Because you know what he sees? He sees, like you say, he sees black guys, and he sees, straight away he's thinking Muslim, Islam, straight away.
Right.
Trust me, that's going to their mind.
And you know what too, and you know as well, brothers, you gotta understand as well, a lot of these devils, they can't really think straight. A lot of them can't even see fucking.
Especially after they've had a few drinks.
Right. You know what I mean? So they don't even pay them no mind.
That's why I
They're
said
living it
that.
up right now. Let them get on with it, and this is their life. This is all they got. So once the society's destroyed, come on, man. What's next for these white folks? Ain't nothing. It's not next for them. So let them act out their foolishness. Let them do what they gotta do, man.
That's right.
I just claimed him for my plantation.
Because they ain't got nothing coming for them anyway.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
Did you see that white man that was standing there in the red English shirt for about 10-15 minutes?
Yeah, I saw.
Alright, he was looking hard at Yahweh Shai. I don't know if you heard what he said. Did you hear what he said?
I did hear him, but I
He said to
didn't
the other
say-
white brother, he said, who's that? Even though it says it quite clearly who it
Right.
is, even so he can understand. Jesus
Right.
Christ, right?
Right.
Just so he can understand.
He
right?
still didn't see.
He said, who's that? So he said to the white brother, who's that? But that white brother, he was sitting over there listening to us humbly. Believe me, he was humble. He turned around to his fellow white man and went, that's Jesus Christ. He went, says who? So the little white man says the Bible, right? And then the white man says, the one in the red shirt went, when he looks angry and
the red eyes.
red eyes, because they don't know the script.
He doesn't look very happy, does he? Of course, Yahweh is angry.
What have you been doing to his people? That's good, isn't it? I got a scripture right here.
That's what I was
holding
looking for.
This is Psalm 7 and 11.
He was angry.
God, Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
So the Lord, who the world called Jesus Christ, he's wicked, man. He's angry with the wicked every day. So obviously he's gonna have an angry look. Come on now.
The scripture says he's a man of no guile. He was rough.
Right.
He went grey when he was young. So you can imagine what he was seeing. Come on, man.
You have to understand that Mosai doesn't look at these other nations like they're anything. You have to understand when you look at them, they ain't shit.
He's about nothing.
You know what that means.
You have to understand that Mosai values us. We're the apple of his eye. So when you see these other nations, they ain't shit. The Mosai angry with them.
But you know what that means. And that's true, but you know what that means, brother? That means you should really get mad at them.
That's why I say that.
Let them do what they gotta do.
Absolutely, let them go on.
Because they ain't shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can get frustrating because they're trying to, they disrespecting the program. But let them disrespect the program, because all of that's going to build up to them being judged. That's it.
What you say? The reason why the most are angry with them because these nothing people have been laying their hands on us.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what though? But
That's
you know
why
though, at the
he's
same time as well, we did it to ourselves as well. So you got to look at that as well. But I'm just saying, regardless of whatever they do, it's all going to build up at the end result, man. That's what it's all about.
And ultimately, we were programmed to go off anyway.
That's it. That's it, brother.
No matter what we would have tried, we will. Because I always say to people, if you just read Deuteronomy, like you said, when Moses said to them, he told them, you're going to go off in the future.
Right.
Even though he warned them about the curses and what happened to them, he told them. He said, you're going to go off anyway. Yeah, he really told them what their destiny was.
Yeah, but you know, although that was the case, he had to suffer for it, because we went up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's how it goes down. But the point of the matter is that all of these other nations, man, they're just a bunch of nobodies. Like the brother said, they ain't nobody, man. So that means we don't need to worry about them. We don't need to get angry about them. Just let them get on with it, man. Let's read that.
And it says, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He has bent his bow and made it ready.
Right, he made it ready. So the destruction is already set and ready, man. So all of this playing around acting like a bunch of animals, that's all going to be closed and put out of the earth real soon. But see, the so-called, and you also got to understand, these so-called young white boys, they have to relax. Because a lot of them are committing suicide, a lot of them are dropping dead. A lot of them are depressed as hell, and because they know that they ain't got nothing to live for. So if this is their time to live it up and to act like a bunch of fucking animals, then you gotta just let them live their life. Let them get on with it. You know, you see a so-called nigga woman dealing with an Edomite, man, you gotta just don't get mad at that, because he gotta live his life, baby boy. This is it for him. Go on, brother.
And it says, he have also prepared for him the instruments of death.
Right, and also prepared from the instrument of death. Because at the end of the day, these devils, they're going to be put to death, man. Okay, and even these 2/3 too out there, they're going to be put to death. All right? Can't let them get off the hook either. They're going to be put to death too, because they want to be niggas all day. And we gonna touch on Jake next week too. Because Jake ain't getting off the hook. Like this guy over here, well, he's bugged out his mind. Go on, bro.
Micah 2:10, innit? This place shall destroy you with the sword of destruction.
Yeah, read that loud.
He have ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he will travail with iniquity.
Right, he will travail with iniquity. Go on.
And have conceived mischief. And brought forth falsehood.
Right, and brought forth falsehood. That's the so-called white man, M.O. Okay, 101, baby, he brought forth falsehood. That's why he's known as the devil. Or the great, the great Satan. Because when he came back to rule the earth, what happened? What did he do? He came in effect to bring forth falsehood, man. To transform man to that of a woman, or to transform woman down into a man. All right? And also the reason why he did that, the elites did that, because so they could depopulate the planet. Because if you could turn everybody outside, inside out, and you could depopulate the planet more quicker. Okay? It's a smart move. Go on, brother.
He made a pit and dig it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
That's it. That's all it takes. That's it. He made a pit for himself, and there's a snare, and if he walks past that snare, he's gonna fall into that pit. That should he also read.
That pit's not shallow either.
Right. So you gotta look at these white boys and these white gals live their life, man. Let them act like a bunch of fucking animals that they are. They came out of the Caucasus Mountains, and they got that cave mentality. So let them do what they gotta do, man. Don't get mad at them.
Speaking of devil,
go on.
His mischief shall return upon his own head.
Right, his mischief shall return upon his own head. So it's not about how you feel or fuck these devils and you getting mad. The Lord is going to act out in his own time. So what you gotta do is you gotta be spiritual. Okay, you gotta focus on how the Lord is going to do. That's the bottom line, man. And teach this word. That's it. You understand, Lord?
His mischief shall return upon his own head.
Right, his mischief, meaning his trouble, is going to return upon him, Lord.
His violent dealings shall come down upon his own act.
Right.
Okay.
That's it. So the violence of the so-called white man is all going to be brought onto him. And even our people too. The wickedness that our people continue to do on a day-to-day basis, that is all going to be combined together. Okay, it's going to be stored up in the Lord's memory. Okay, by the angels. And guess what? They're going to be destroyed along with the same so-called Europeans out here too. because they don't want to get right. So instead of saying F these devils, we need to say F our people too.
Right.
So a lot of them, they're going to be put to death as well. 2/3, baby. He's going to walk right by the camera. That's what he's going to do. He's going to walk right by the camera. Go on.
That word pate. So it should come down. That word pate is head, crown of the head, top of the head. So basically that is going to come down upon his head.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Good for the pig.
That's it, man. So I mean, you know, this is what it is, man. People are so deceived and so beguiled and got under a spell that they think that what they're doing is correct.
Yeah.
But it's going to lead to them being put to death out there.
I need you have 80p. Or still Oyster card.
Just ask your own people, man. We ain't got no money.
My own people.
Yeah, ask your own people, bro.
My own people.
Yeah.
Who's that?
You know who that is. Go on, brother.
And it says, and I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness.
Right, and I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness. Where you from? What's your nationality?
My nationality.
What's your nationality?
My own people's nationality. No, the white man.
I'm saying, are
You know
you
the words
Irish?
you're speaking.
You might
You know
be
the
one
English
of,
words you're
he might be
speaking.
one of us. He's
You
trying
know?
to play smart now. Go
I'm
on.
not being
And I
smart.
will sing
I'm not.
praise
I'm
to the
Irish.
name.
I'm Irish.
Oh, you're Irish.
I'm not
okay,
English.
okay, well, you
I'm
might
not
be one of
English.
us. You might be one of us. Okay, well, if I had some money on me, I would give you.
No, but
Yeah.
Only because you're Irish, because you wanted me. Go on,
But you know what? I appreciate that. I don't think because I'm white, I'm English. I ain't no
Irish,
fucking
don't worry
English
about
man.
that.
All right, well, you know what? I can shake
I'm
your
no
hand on
fucking
that.
English
All
man.
right, my man.
They've only got
He's
one
one
world.
of us. He's one of us.
And they've raped the world.
Yeah.
And they've only ever raped the world and destroyed every country
But
they
you
come
know,
to.
though, but she, right, see?
Baba, thank you, yeah? But I'm not an English man.
Alright,
English
man.
man rule the world and rape the world.
That's
right.
it. That's it.
But it's other white people like me get the blame for it.
I know.
No, but you know,
white, I'm
though.
not English.
But you know, though, I know who you
Respect.
are.
I'm glad you
Don't
know.
worry about that.
I'm glad you know. Do your thing anyway. Go do your
Thank you,
thing,
boys,
yeah?
yeah? I'm sorry if I offended you.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
You get a blind.
You come clean. You come
You're
correct.
all right.
You come correct after that.
You know, just because I'm in the kind of
Yeah, we
state
know,
of mind.
still. Because like we know, we don't judge them by the appearance.
That's it,
We wait
that's
until we
it.
speak to them and we judge the spirit.
Because I knew
So we
when he
understand
came
that.
up, right?
Yeah.
I kind of knew when he came up, when he was speaking, I was like, yeah, he's probably one of us.
Listen, man, listen. He was just walking to the train station and he made a U-turn, so he's not going to buy no Oyster card.
We know that.
See, sometimes you have to be careful who you give into. Sometimes, you know, like
Yeah,
it says in
you know.
scriptures, you see.
I'm not getting illusions what he's probably going to go do with that money. You know what I mean? But that's up to him now.
You're still trying to win him over for the long thing, innit? The long run.
You're done now.
Can't.
Trust me.
Be careful, you give it to him.
But you can still be a nigger though.
He's a
absolutely.
He's a two-third.
But in that state of mind, he is at the moment. He absolutely is.
Two-third.
And the
He ain't
drugs
under
have
the
got him like
two-third.
that. He don't know any better.
Yeah.
He don't know any better.
yeah.
Believe me when I tell you. He's under right now. He's looking to find a little spot, get the rest of the money he's collected, and sit down and do whatever he's going to do.
That's right,
Because that is his world right now.
That's it. But you know, he don't know any better.
Absolutely
He
not.
don't know any better because at the end of the day, he's catching hell himself. He's under psychological control
Well,
of himself.
he said that too. He went, I'm catching hell as a white man because he knows, he understands what these white people did.
Right,
But he says, I'm Irish.
Right.
And he said, I'm
He
catching
said,
hell for
right.
it.
He said, I'm Irish. I ain't no fucking English.
That's
man.
right.
Yeah, because he knows the
He
deal.
knows, man. He knows.
So it's not about to hell with these Edomites. You gotta be spiritual, man.
Yeah, it's all about the spirit.
You gotta be spiritual now. You can't be all carnal all the time.
Yeah. No, I don't like people look up to Esau.
Yeah, but they do. They gonna look up to Esau because he's in power.
He don't rate the world like the brother said.
Yeah, but he's in power, brother. So whoever's in power, they gonna look up to.
Yeah.
Go on, bro. You can't get mad because when we get into the power seat, brother, when we get into the power seat, ain't the world gonna look up to us?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're gonna get into by righteousness. He got into power by wickedness.
But the people don't care about that. The only thing people are concerned about is who's in power. That's it. People ain't even deep, brother. You know what I mean? It's no need to worry about all of that. You read that, you got. What you have?
I still got some 68.
Okay, if you got a scripture, brother, just tap me on the shoulder.
Because I know there's a few of disturbances that happen.
Because you know, most people prefer to be told what to do. You know that. Most people in this world
they do.
prefer to. They don't want to have to make the decisions. They want these governments and so forth to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Trust me. And that's why they're like that, these people.
Yeah.
And that's why they think a lot of the stuff, like you were saying earlier, they see it as normal.
Yeah.
When we see it as an abomination.
Yeah.
But but they see all this shit as normal because they've been trained, conditioned. That's right, even a better word, to be like that.
Really? You used a good word too. That's all right. You know, but yeah, you're right because I mean, if you've been conditioned from birth to be a certain way that the society wants you to be, that's how you're going to be.
Absolutely.
You're not going to know any better. It's just that it's a miracle that we happen to wake up to the truth.
That's right.
And that's how you know it's all about the workings of the Lord. It ain't about our own will.
That's right.
Because I mean, if it wasn't for the Lord, we'd be in the world still.
Absolutely.
It's like these people out.
Yeah, the spell, the powerful spell.
This is Jeremiah 15:11. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine inheritance.
Okay.
Because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded.
Right, your mother meaning America, meaning Great Britain. Great Britain is going to be so confounded that birthed America. I mean, it's not Britain is going to be confounded by America because America really established. Not America, I'm talking about Britain. Britain really established America by the 13 colonies. Okay, and then later on you had different European nations that came and brought their mix in. You know, but it was really established by the British. Go on.
She that bear ye shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, and a dry land and a desert. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be woefully desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
And see, like when you read the scripture, right, you actually think that it's actually talking about Babylon, but it's not. And guess what? People still live in Babylon right now, modern day Iraq, baby. So what is this talking about? This is talking about America, or daughter of Babylon, which ought to be destroyed. Okay, which reigneth over the other nations. Okay, so, and that's why when you read what is it, Revelations, it speaks about how John, the Revelator, he saw this woman and in admiration. So, hey, that goes back to what you were saying, brother, about how, you know, everybody looks up to the so-called white man. Why? Because he's in that admirable state. So if John was admiring this woman or this civilization, how much more these dumbasses out here? Okay, because people ain't deep, brother. Go on, bro.
And it says, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows. For she hath sinned against Yahweh. Shoot against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen.
Her foundations are fallen. Go on.
Her walls are thrown down.
The walls have been thrown down. So America's going to be destroyed. No matter how much weaponry it's got, how much military might or power that the Most High gave it in the first place, is going to be destroyed, taken out.
And Trump is starting his trade war. China.
Ooh, it's beautiful. And then you're going to have Russia too. Two superpowers. So there you have it. Go on.
For it is the vengeance of Yahweh.
For it's the vengeance of the Lord. Go on.
Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done unto her. Israel. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people. And they shall flee everyone to his own land.
That's it. So everybody's going to go out of that land of America because they're going to find out that there's nothing here for me, as they thought when he first came on this great, golden city paved with gold, as they thought. But they're going to find out that it's to no avail. So they're going to go back to where they came from and represent their own people. Okay? That's what it's going to go down to, man. But it's actually really there already.
Goes back in anyway, man.
That was back a couple of years ago. But nowadays things have changed because people are now looking at America like the greatest enemy alive. Because they're the ones that's causing the most hell around the earth. So dropping bombs. So it's turning. Dropping bombs and drones and all kinds of stuff. Got people so messed up that they have to immigrate to another country. So America's through. It's finished. Finito, baby. Go on.
I'll jump back to 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Rerun that again.
And it says, a a sound of battle is in the land.
Right, a sound of battle is in the land. Go on.
And of great destruction.
Yeah.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Right, how is the bully of the earth cut asunder, cut to pieces? America was so great, had all of the air, had about, 20,000 aircraft carriers. Okay, had about certain, a high large amount of weaponry that it had. F-22 Raptors and all that.
F-35 stealth bombers.
Right, stealth bombers and all of these high technology
missiles.
Right. I mean, the list goes on, brother. He knows the weapons.
How is Babylon become a desolation?
Right, how is America become a desolation?
Keep it real, man. Keep it real.
See, there's another grown-ass man over there. Acting like a child. So the point of the matter is we are at a decline.
I claim that. I claim him.
It's at a decline, man. Okay?
They're my
So I mean,
favourites.
like I said, I'm not getting mad at these people no more. I can't be bothered, man. Because I already know where they're going anyway. You know?
Beat that pride out of him. Beat that pride out of him.
I mean, I don't think he got no woman with him. He ain't got no children with him. He's all messed up in the head, man. He ain't got nothing to live for. Go on, bro.
I have laid a snare for thee.
I mean, certain brothers ain't got that, but guess what? We do got something to live for.
Right.
Go on, bro.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. And thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Right, and that's what they've done. That's what they've been doing all along. All of their deeds and their works, and I'm talking about the elite. I'm not talking about these average peon Edomites out here, because they don't know what's going on. You know, my anger is not really towards them. My anger is really towards the elite, because they're the most important. Now, they've been striving against the Lord all along, but they're going to find out what did it avail. It availed to nothing. Because what they were doing was pretty much building their own rap sheet of their own criminality, man.
Yep.
That's all they've been doing all along. Hey. And it's pretty much not going to be a good thing at the end. It's going to be very destructive, baby. Go on.
And it says, the Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Those nuclear ICBM missiles. It's going to wipe this whole entire system out. Even the 2/3 of our people that want to be niggards, man. And want to act silly along with these jokers out here too. These devils out here. They're gonna be burnt smithereens. Okay, their flesh is gonna be mixed along with that nuclear fire. That's what's gonna happen. So you got all of these young guys out here acting silly, acting stupid over some parade, whatever you call it, gay parade, slut parade, whatever parade is out going on, they're gonna be mixed with the fire. Alright, go on.
For this is the work of Yahweh.
Right, for this is the working of Yahweh. So those missiles are gonna hit ground zero and destroy this whole entire shit up. Going up in smokes. Go on, bro.
Of hosts of the land of Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border and open her storehouses.
Okay.
Cast her up as heaps and destroy her utterly.
Right, and destroy her utterly. So the destruction of America is going to keep coming and coming and coming. It's not going to stop until it is wasted and totally decimated off the face of the map. All right? And so much so that it becomes a damn desert. Go on, brother.
And it says, let nothing of her be left.
Okay.
I jump down. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none therefore escape. Recompense her according to her work. According to all that she hath done.
According to that which she hath done. So everything's going to be brought down, man. Everything in its existence that the so-called white man made up, or that the slaves made up, it's going to be all brought down and destroyed. Alright, come to the north, as the brother said. So at the end of the day, that's the end result of wickedness, right there.